Hi, today I'm in the cinnamon land in Sri Lanka. In this video, I'm going to show you through the full process of cinnamon production from harvesting to the final product. If you haven't subscribed to the Pubu De Walker YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join me on this journey. These cinnamon trees that have already been harvested. Harvesting occurs twice a year following rainy season when the bark feels easily. The smell and the taste of the cinnamon is super sweet. Usually harvested from plants that are around 2 to 3 years old, and this land is being harvested for the first time, so it's all fresh. When cutting, select the stems where the bark has turned brown. Usually cut the mature ones that are about 2 to 5 cm in diameter close to the ground as you can see. But make sure to leave the roots and some parts behind so the plant can grow again. Just like this, the cut stems are tied up into bundles. Then these bundles are quickly transferred to the peeling center, usually within 24 hours, to stop the bark from hardening. And this land is actually close to my grandmother's house, so we choose there. Alright, the biggest part of the process is about to start, so stay with me. It's definitely gonna get really interesting. First, the big stems are cut into smaller pieces to make them easier to peel. Then those pieces are soaked in water to stop the stems from drying out. The outer bark is scraped off using a traditional hand tool called kokatta. Do it carefully so the inner bark doesn't get damaged. That's the valuable part in cinnamon. The scraped sticks are gently rubbed with the brass rod to loosen up the inner bark. This helps it separate easily from wood. Then the inner bark is carefully peeled into a long rolls called quills using a peeling knife. This has to be done skillfully to get long unbroken pieces because those are the most valuable. Before peeling, they measure the segments to get the longest possible quills for the outer cover. First, make a small point cut along the diameter and then gently remove the quill from the bark. These pieces are used for the fillings inside the bigger quills. The long quills are used for the outer cover are dried in sunlight for about 2 to 3 hours. But they are not fully dried, we still need to put the fillings inside. This is a 21-inch stick called petticoatua and it's used to measure the quill's length. Fresh, smaller pieces of peeled bark are neatly packed inside the larger quills to make a filled quill. They make sure thickness even from end to end and then trim the edge using a scissor. Finally, it's all measured and cut down to the perfect 21-inch quill. After that, the quills are dried in the shade for a day. This gets them ready for the rolling process. After a day of drying, the quills are carefully rolled by hand to close any open ends and smooth finish. The fully finished quills are then dried in the shade or under indirect sunlight for about 3 to 5 days until they turn golden brown. They use special rope racks indoor just for this step. Okay, the drying is done and it's time to start the bundling process. Based on the thickness and appearance, the quills are sorted into two types, the outer bundle called pitavatiya and inner bundle that goes inside. Hee, now I'm jumping in to help with the counting. The outer pitavatiya needs nicer, thinner 50 quills and the inner bundle needs 200. So each full bundle has 250 quills. Is the easiest way to get them packed up nice and neat. And this is how they make the outer layer, the pitavatiya, using those nice quills all neatly arranged one by one. Next they take the other 200 quills and pack them inside after roll it all to tie it together. They put a lot of effort into tying it up tightly without leaving any spaces. As you can see, they need a really neat result, so they carefully arrange the outer layer. Of course, this is time consuming. Again, they tightly knot it all together. Alright, everything is ready and now it's time to transport the bundles and sell them at the local market. In there, these cinnamon sticks are graded based on thickness, appearance and aroma. Alba is the thinnest and most valuable. Other grades are C5 Special, C5, C4, M5, M4, H1, H2 and H3 with varying thickness and quality. And these peeled stems after drying can be used as firewood for cooking and even for biogas too. The remaining pieces can also be sold at the local market for a lower price. So that's it. See you in next video. Bye bye.